Hey everyone, this is Alp Actinis here, Managing Director of Architecture and Platforms here at KINETIQ. Welcome back to our KINETIQ Foresight for Finance video series, where we are now going to be talking all about account-based budgeting. In our previous video, we covered how you can take last year's data as a starting point for this year's budget, thanks to the power of Microsoft Dynamics Business Performance Planning, copy visual, built within Power BI. This now allows us to have a starting point for our budgeting process, and as you can see from the screen right here, we're able to see that our budget for revenue, gross profit, and net profit from an income statement standpoint immediately match last year. Now that we have all this information now in one place, matching from last year to this year, we immediately can give our user base a starting point for the budgeting process. So there's no need to have to collect spreadsheets, spend man hours on constantly having to collect and normalize data so that you can use it for financial reporting. Instead, now you're going to have the ability to be able to take that data as a starting point and now be able to start your budgeting process while also taking into account seasonality. What this also means right here is that you can take advantage of some of the various different application features of Microsoft Business Performance Planning, such as the ability to be able to do matrix level planning. So while this looks like a normal matrix visual, what you have the ability to do is actually utilize various different functions within business performance planning, such as the ability to increase. So I can either type in a number, or of course I can make an adjustment at a higher level of detail. So by increasing by 10%, for example, I can immediately change the entire revenue projection affecting my profit. What you can see now is that immediately our revenue projection has changed. So whether you need to do a top-down adjustment or a bottoms-up adjustment at a lower level of detail, you're going to have the option to do both thanks to Microsoft Business Performance Planning, all within the Power Platform application, in this case Power BI. What this also means too is that you're also going to have the ability to have everything centralized in one location. Not only that, but we can also offer other ways of being able to plan within our ecosystem right here. So not only take into account seasonality, but also giving flexibility into how managers or other team members can plan within the solution. So as an example right here, you can see that my revenue projection is currently set to 5 million. I can immediately, using the BPP solution, go ahead and make my adjustments to values utilizing the graphical planning visual, and then lock in my values. So whether I want to keep the same values with a percentage-based option and change the percentage allocation, or change the physical numbers themselves, I'll have the option to do both. So now what you can see is that I can immediately see that my values have changed. So my January and my February values have adjusted to match exactly what they were on the graphical planning visual. This is true structured planning flexibility right from within the same ecosystem, giving you a centralized location where you can start your planning process. So there's no need to have to go to different applications. Instead, if you're operating within the Power Platform, you're going to be able to use business performance planning right on top of that. That's the power of Microsoft Dynamics Business Performance Planning here. In our next video, we're going to be talking all about revenue driver-based planning when it comes to your forecasting process, showing you how you can use operational drivers for planning. We'll see you in the next video, guys.